Well, hello. I am La Flaca Tarot. Welcome to my love and relationships general tarot reading for the month of November. Remember that I do 3 readings per month. On the first Monday of the month, we do the general tarot reading for the whole month. And on the second Monday, which is today, we do the love and relationship tarot reading. And on the third Monday, which will be next week, we will do the abundance and manifestation general tarot reading. So let's remember that all readings are related. So you need to see the past reading to understand the message for today reading as well. So I already did the shuffle. You can see the cards that we got for November on the love and relationship tarot. So let's start with the reading. I will explain the first card, that is the theme for the love and relationships, that is this card. Synchronistically, we got the kindred partnership, so it's a very beautiful card. This is the theme, so let's read what the book says. A couple dances on a beautiful beach, indicating that a potential union awaits you, either now or in the not so distant future. This card portends a new relationship or some kind of deepening, caring connection for an existing relationship as well. So there's a sharing of mind and of heart here. The upcoming partnership is likely to be a romantic one, bringing tender-hearted feelings your way. It may manifest either as a deeper commitment in a present romance or as a brand new love appearing in your life. This could also manifest, if it's not a romantic partnership, this could also manifest as a work partnership, probably in a business you feel passionate about. There could also be a legal agreement of some kind. So whatever from this energy takes, the wonderful resonance of support and care will be expanding in your life. So this is telling me something that, for example, because it mentions a legal agreement, so maybe for some people, this is talking about formalizing the relationship you have in a marriage. So let's begin with that. And you can see that we got the tarot here. So let me explain. This is the recent past. These are the cards for the present. And these are the cards for the near future. And this is the overall energy that we got at the bottom of the deck. So let's start with the overall energy that is related to this kindred partnership. So in this new relationship or in this deepening of the existing relationship that you have, we got 2 minor arcana and a major arcana. So let's start with the 2 of Pentacles here. So the 2 of Pentacles upright tells me that you'll have many commitments or a need to balance different responsibilities across various areas of your life, such as work, such as relationships, family, personal, everything at once. So it's like you will be feeling like you are juggling everything at once, and maybe you will be feel a little overwhelmed, like in the brink of maintaining balance or stability, like the margin is very narrow for it. But since this card came out upright, that balancing act will be harmonious, so you will manage it very well. The other card that came out for the overall energy is the King of Swords upright. So this is already telling me something important, because this king is showing me several meanings. For some people it may mean one thing, for others it may mean something else. Since this is a general reading, simply take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So for some of you, this King of Swords is inviting you to make a decision to cultivate some kind of clarity, a kind of discernment in that decision-making process. He's also inviting you to have an important conversation with the person related to this reading, the person who comes to mind as we do the reading. For others, this King of Swords or kings in general symbolize a kind of mastery, as do all core cards. So in this case, since we are talking about a king, and especially the King of Swords, is telling us that the mastery coming your way is the mastery over your mental body, over your thought processes. So this mastery will allow you to make decisions from a place of clarity that is directly connected to your higher energy, known as your higher self. As you can see here, every king has the crown, and this crown symbolizes the connection with the higher self, with the higher energy, with the crown chakra. or the spiritual center of everyone. So, in a mundane level, so to speak, if you have been waiting for the right moment to make a decision, this King of Swords is telling you this is the right moment to decide. And it might also be saying that you are in this relationship that we are talking about, you are currently in a position of personal power, and that you are bringing to the relationship a stable and lucid and a clear presence that allows the relationship to move forward toward good decisions. So let's move to the next. You got the major arcana, the Magician, as you can see here. And it's important to note that this major arcana came out in last week's general reading also. So this is a very good sign, because this means this message is still in your energy and is expressing itself in this relationship. So this means this relationship is a vehicle towards this energy. The Magician is an initiator, and as a major arcana card, it means that we are going through an important phase in life, one that we are being invited to manifest something on the material or on the experiential level. This means that the Magician, as you can see here, channels sacred light, divine light, and brings it into form. That means turning this light into an idea, a project, a situation, a relationship, or an experience. So this means making something concrete in this plane. Since the Magician has access to all four aces of the tarot, he holds the power to begin something new and to connect with a new phase in life in all of the aces energy. So let's remember that this is exactly the last week reading overall energy, that we are starting a new phase. We are in a new beginning. This new phase, thanks to this Magician, could be in any of the areas represented by the four aces. It could be a new inspiration, a new idea, a new project. As the Ace of Swords, it could be a new emotional phase in your relationship. It could mean a new relationship or a new stage. As the Ace of Cups, it could be a new work or family stage in your life, as the Ace of Pentacles, and it could mean a new creative or spiritual expansion, as the Ace of Wands. Because it's a major arcana card, it touches all aspects of our life. So these three cards together, summarizing, are telling us that we all have an initiator power this month, and this power will lead us down a path of stability to feel rooted in our personal power to make decisions. As I was telling you before, this applies perfectly if we are talking about proposing marriage. For others, for example, if it's not a marriage, it could mean that this will be a new stage for couples who want to move in together, for couples who want to, for example, buy a house or move to a new neighborhood or start a project together or start a family also. Because in the other cards, we have a child-related topic. So anything this month of November that means starting something new or formalizing something that already exists, it carries a very good and positive omen for this relationship. So in the recent past, we got this Knight of Cups. And this is telling me something very beautiful because it came out upright. So the Knight of Cups tells me that the heart, the emotional chakra, is stable, healthy, and overflowing. And this cup symbolizes love, feelings, and emotions, always brimming, always flowing. So this means this knight is behind this decision-making process of this king. The two of them are related. So this means that what's motivating this relationship moving forward is a stable and nourishing love coming from a balanced heart chakra. And this knight goes out to conquer, goes out to explore, goes out to move, to motivate. So this knight could also mean that what motivates this moving forward in this relationship is a shared dream with the other person. So as I was telling you about before, the dream of starting a new business, the dream of living in another country, the dream of buying a new house, building a home, creating a family. For each person, the dream is different, but it's the energy of a deep dream that is being fulfilled with the energy of the two of you in this relationship. So in the present moment, we got these three minor arcana. We got two sixes. This is a synchronicity here. And we got the Princess of Pentacles. So let's start with these two sixes, the Six of Cups and the Six of Wands. You can see it right here. So these two cards are telling me something. This synchronicity that you got two sixes in the present moment, this means that the meanings of the cards are expressing in both of the people involved in this relationship. And because of the entanglement of the two of you, the meaning of this card can be amplified. So let's start with the Six of Cups that you can see here. The Six of Cups is telling me that this relationship is allowing for the two of you, is allowing the healing of the past. For some, this healing is the healing of the inner child. That means the healing of the trauma or the pain or the difficult experiences that both of you had in childhood. For others, it can also mean that this relationship has a connection from a past life. And that means that both of you are working with past life issues to be resolved inside this relationship. So in both cases, whether it's healing the inner child or healing a past life issue, what I mean is that the relationships that we form are like scenarios, like a pre-prepared canvas or like a container. It's something that holds space for both of you, for both people in the relationship, to allow these two people to heal. So this relationship becomes the vehicle for that healing to occur. And all relationships are for that, starting with the relationship we have with ourselves and also with the relationship we have with the closest to us. So that's the beauty of relating with others, that relationships become a catalyst to transmute energies that are stored, that are blocked, that are unbalanced within ourselves. So that's what the Six of Cups is saying, that we are transmuting and healing issues from the past. So since we got it upright, that means that this healing is happening in an expansive way, in a balanced way, and is flowing. This is telling me also for some of you that as you heal your past, as you heal your energy, you are opening to the possibility that you can have children in this relationship as a couple. So let's move on to the Six of Wands that you got here. This means that we are entering a time of success, harvest, and victory. And this success is celebrated within the relationship and by the community, that means friends or family around us. And since we are talking about wands, this success is connected to the rekindling, the revival of the inner fire. That inner fire is going to bloom, as you can see here with these flowers. And this fire will impact your ability to act, to do, and to create something new. So we are going to feel inspired, euphoric, and full of ideas and contentment. For some people, in more worldly terms, it could mean a promotion at work. It could mean receiving the fruits of their labor, like a payment for a project, like a salary increase, etc. The point is that success shown in this card is something that you can share together as a couple. The next card is the Princess of Pentacles. Upright. So this card is telling me something related also to the theme of the month, that is a new stage, because pages are new stages, new phases. So that reading is already published. You can look it up in the English playlist, because I also do readings in Spanish. So the special meaning of this Princess of Pentacles is that the new phase that is opening for us is a door, a doorway to stability. And that could be a new job, a new home, a new stage in your family life. It could mean a new opportunity for new business ventures or new sources for income. In some cases, this princess may also mean the arrival of a new child or a new baby, because the pages represent childs also. So because the Princess of Pentacles is a doorway is a portal. And what I mean saying that is a portal is that it's an opportunity that opens. But what happens is that we all have free will, and that's why tarot isn't written in stone. It's not something that came out and can be changed. Our free will is the only thing that supersedes everything that is shown to us in the card. So this simply is telling us energetic potentials, and we decide with our free will whether to take advantage of those potentials or whether let them pass us by. So this doorway, this portal, is a new phase, but you need to be proactive, you need to be decisive, you need to be able to materialize whatever this door is offering you, whatever this opportunity is offering you. You need to ground this energy in something concrete. So this means that whatever decision you need to make, you need to make. So let's talk about the new future. We got all these cards. We got the Three of Swords upright. We got the Nine of Cups upright. We got the High Priestess upright. And we got the Hangman upright. And we got the Queen of Cups upright. So let's start with the Three of Swords. This is telling me that in the near future, we are gonna transmute a difficult energy, an energy of suffering. And we are going to transmute it because it came out alongside all these good cards, these positive cards. So this means that the energy of these cards supersedes the energy of the Three of Swords. So as I was saying before, this relationship right now is transmuting something, and that something is the pain or the fear of these Three of Swords. This fear, this confusion, this suffering, this pain related to this High Priestess, it means that the decision we need to make, that the King of Swords told us before, we need to make the decision guided by our intuition. And that decision that we need to make might feel scary, might feel that we think we are gonna hurt the person we are in, or we think that it might disrupt the relationship dynamic, or is a fear that is being activated from a past relationship, or, as I told you before with the Six of Cups, a pain or a suffering from a past life issue. This is being activated in order to be healed, and it's going to be healed by this High Priestess here. And the High Priestess is telling us that we need to listen to our intuition. Our intuition is like an energetic sense that we all have, but is felt in a very subtle way. Intuition doesn't come from reasoning, from the mind, from what we already know intellectually. Intuition is a kind of knowing that is felt throughout all the body, and some people learn to recognize some sensations in the body to know when the intuition is giving us information. The High Priestess also means that there is something hidden that needs to be revealed, and there's something that our higher self wants to tell us in order for us to make the right decision. So we need to heal this block, this emotional block, with this Three of Swords. And as we heal this broken heart, so to speak, as we heal this fear, as we heal this confusion, as we heal this lack of trust, we connect deeper and deeper and deeper with our intuition from a healed place. And that healed place is our heart chakra, because we got the Nine of Cups and we got the Queen of Cups. So these two cards are talking about the heart chakra. Let's talk about both of them. What the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Cups are telling me is that whatever decision you need to make, it carries a very, very good omen, because the Nine of Cups is the card of the fulfilled wishes. And this means that you are aligned to experience abundance and a sense of emotional completeness. However, this Nine of Cups, as we move through an arcana, we are able to experience the full spectrum of the vibration of that card. We are able to experience the light vibrations and the shadow vibration. So the advice from this card is to maintain a state of sobriety in the midst of the euphoria of our wishes being fulfilled. Because if we can ground ourselves during this fulfillment, this euphoria, we can fall into complacency, into indulgence or laziness, because those energy are the shadow vibration of this card. So this fulfillment needs to be handled with calm and tranquility and sobriety. As you can see here, this person is in a still pond, and that still pond means we need to be in a calm state in order to connect with that wish fulfillment. And this Queen of Cups is telling me that in order for you to connect with your inner high priestess, you need to be in your personal power related to the heart chakra. And as you can see here, you got the 4 stages of the court cards. You got the princess here, you got the knight here, you got the king here, and you got the queen here. This means that this month of November, you are traversing through every stage of inner development. So this queen is telling me that the heart chakra needs to be balanced through the archetype of the queen. That means that your emotional center is overflowing, but you can balance this emotional center through the dynamic of giving and receiving in a balanced way. That's the essence of the queen archetype. That means that the mastery that the queen is bringing to us is the state in which we learn to nourish other people and to be nourished as well. We learn to care for others and we learn to care for ourselves. We learn to give and to be givers. We learn to receive as well. And we learn to mother and to be mothered. So let's take a note that this princess could represent a child and this queen is representing the mother. So there is also something important. So this means that you are connected to that mastery of the queen, and that mastery is connected to a shared dream. That means a dream that involves both of you in this relationship. And the final card, we got the Hangman. You can see here. This Hangman is also a major arcana as the high priestess, and this means that you need to enter in a state of inner silence, inner reflection. But this Hangman, as you can see here, is hanged upside down. So this means that this inner reflection, this inner silence, is leading you to see the world from a different point of view, with a 180-degree shift in your point of view. That means that for the decision that you need to make here, for the stage that you are opening here with this princess, for the materializing of something concrete in your relationship with this magician, you need to see things from a different perspective. And that new vision will bring you the clarity that you need to make a decision more aligned with your highest timeline. And when I speak of timelines, it means that we all have different possibilities available to us through our free will. Some of them are of higher vibration and others of lower vibration. And it's our energy, how is our energy inside us expressed through our free will, that allow us to align with higher or lower vibrations within that spectrum. So in order to align with the highest vibration available to you, we need to connect with our heart chakra, connect with our intuition from a completely different perspective related to the Hangman. And be mindful that the decisions you need to make in the future doesn't come from the energy or the vibration of sacrifice, because self-sacrifice is the shadow meaning of the Hangman. So when you're about to make the decision, when you're about to have a conversation important to you, when you're about to take action, always, always, always ask yourself in your inner silence, in what way are you sacrificing yourself? In what way you feel tied down or overwhelmed or drained? Because this shadow aspect can also impact you as well. And as the final advice for the whole reading, we got the oracle from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. We got the Oracle of Opportunity. So let's see what this message is telling us. Gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you gently and easily in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it is ebbing and flowing, rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees for a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, remember the receiving and giving of this Queen of Cups. As you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. Instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gift from the universe. You need to be in acceptance that whatever you receive it with gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold, as this is a universal law. So the most important thing to understand here with this oracle is that the energy of the abundance, of the gifts, of the good things that are coming your way will be soft and kind, and it will weave itself into your life gradually. That's why you can see here the moon and the clouds, because it's like when the moon shows for some minutes and the moon hides behind the clouds for some minutes. That means that that energy is going to be like coming and going, coming and going. It's not something radical and loud like winning the lottery, for example. It is something that is going to show itself sometimes and going to be hidden and going to show and going to be hidden. This means that you need to be very alert and connected with that high priestess, because this is also a nocturnal theme. So this means that this intuition is coming in a very subtle way. It's coming like a whisper. So let me give you an example. When you wake up in the morning, that moment of waking up is a moment of deep mystical connection, because we are still a bit drowsy. The mind hasn't been activated yet to tell us what we need to do, what we need to stop doing, what we forgot to do, etc. So because of that, psychic information can come through, and you receive a message with certain word or certain image. Then later in that day, you talk to someone, you see something online, you listen to some song, you read something, and that gives you the same word or the same idea or the same image that came to you earlier when you woke up. So this is our energy field trying to show us something. And this is our energy field saying that this information is important, but this happens in a very subtle way. If you are too busy, if you are too anxious, if you are too in the mind, you might miss it. So you need to stay alert to those mystical synchronicities in order to connect with that opportunity that is telling me this oracle and seize it. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see each other for the last reading of November on the topic of abundance and manifestation. So you can find in YouTube, in the English playlist, you can find all 3 readings for the month. So thank you so much. See you next week. Bye.